What's going on, you guys? My name is Thomas Anthony, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I go over a lot of men's fashion, men's grooming, and as of recently, I've become a new dad, so you guys know becoming a new parent or a new dad is and can be stressful. So I go over a lot of what works and what doesn't, what's worth buying and what isn't. So if that interests you, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to follow me on social media down below. But for the sake of time, let's just hop into today's video. All right, so if you guys are returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of us that are watching me for the first time or are a new subscriber, welcome. I go over, as you know, as I mentioned in the intro, I go over a lot of men's fashion and men's grooming and tips and tricks on becoming a new dad, which is what today's video is going to be geared towards, is tips on becoming a new parent and how to budget to make it less stressful on your pockets. So if that interests you, let's hop into it. For tip number one, it's going to be budget ahead of time. And that can mean a couple of different things. Number one, you are probably financially ready to have a newborn come into your life, and this has been planned for months, maybe even years, and so you were financially ready to have a baby, and that can mean a lot of different things. It could be that you're less stressful, you know how to budget your finances, you know how to make that dollar really stretch. That is crucial because becoming a new parent could be super stressful on your pockets. Believe me, I know, and I'm sure I'm not alone out there, but when you're not ready for something, you kind of have to adjust your life as it comes. And so with that being said, if you weren't financially ready, then you basically have 9 months to figure shit out. But if you just found out, hopefully you're with somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And if not, too bad, because you guys are having a baby and you're going to be stuck with that person for a long time probably. So that means open line communication if it doesn't work out, and I don't know, probably a lot of other things, but that's not what this video is about. So basically you have 9 months to figure it out, right? You have 9 months to figure out your budget, you have 9 months to figure out your finances and to make it last. And you really gotta drill down on what you need and what you don't need. If you and your partner aren't, I would say, married, then taking the next step can be stressful. And so you don't want your finances to be one of those things that you're stressed out about. And plus, who's to say that the next step in your relationship is like, yo, you should be married or you should be buying a house instead of having a baby? Well, you know what? It's your relationship. You decide what's best for your relationship. Nobody else does. I don't care what it's for me personally, and I'm not really one to judge, obviously, but you choose what's best for your relationship and what you think is the next step. It doesn't have to be in order of what society thinks that you should be going in. I just wanted to get that out there because I think that there's a lot of misconception out there and it needs to be addressed. That's all I'm saying. Tip number two is getting a baby registry. And if you're new at having a baby, then what that basically means is basically you're adding items that you want for your newborn to have so that you don't have to buy them. And I'll break that down right now. So hopefully now you have a job that pays decent, and if not, then that's fine. But hopefully you have a job that you've been at for a few months now, and you've developed a relationship with people at work, so now they're your co-workers, which is obviously a great place to announce that you're having a baby. Now, if they're nice and you've developed this relationship with your coworkers, then they're going to want to know where you're registered at. So have that ready and be prepared for that. I mean, you have a few months for it to get ready if you're just now finding out about your new member of the family. And same difference when you announce it to your family. You can do it on social media as well. I mean, you probably want to notify your family members first that you're having a baby, but that's a whole other subject. But if you register for your baby at either like Target, Amazon is a great place, Buy Buy Baby, which is basically the Toys R Us or the Best Buy for all things baby, and I mean all things baby. They have everything. And a pro tip, when you're registering your baby, or for your baby, I guess, whatever it is, I found myself not using a whole lot of swaddles. So it's those thin blankets that you swaddle your baby up at night so that they don't move and turn over. I personally only use maybe 3 to 4 swaddles because we're constantly washing his baby stuff, his clothes whenever we did laundry. But I don't feel the need to have more than 3 to 4 swaddles, and plus they're super expensive. So if you can save a few bucks on getting less swaddles, then please don't buy so many swaddles. I know that there's going to be designs and whatever out there that are going to intrigue you and pull you in to buy it, but try and be strong and not buy so many swaddles. All right, tip number 3, and before we move on, if you're wondering where Grayson is, he's actually sleeping. I got the monitor right here. Hopefully you have a family member who is nice enough to throw you a baby shower. And this is where you can leverage your baby's registry. When you have a baby shower, you have time to plan it out, to coordinate it, to welcome the new member of the family, and hopefully you didn't burn any bridges within your family to help you plan and coordinate this, because it's super helpful to have this baby shower and to have a nice gathering to celebrate this new member of the family coming into the world. So with that being said, having a baby shower is super crucial. Not crucial, but I mean, you know, it's the one place where we all can get together and really celebrate this bundle of joy that's coming into the world within the next 2 to 3 months, and to really determine what you need and what you don't need, what you can take back and return for something that you really need. And hopefully you've done a good job at registering your baby for the stuff that you truly do need. And if not, then hopefully you got gift cards in lieu of what people didn't get for you, which again, it's going to help you in the long run, trust me. Because the gift cards are for the baby, not you. It's not about you anymore, okay? Before we hop into the next one, guys, if you've made it this far, I want to thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Hit the subscribe button down below. But for tip number 4 is to scale back on all your purchases for your clothing, your fine dining. As I mentioned, it's not about you anymore. You gotta dial back on those purchases, the shopping, the fine dining, and hopefully you've had a lot of practice cooking over the last 9 months, because you're gonna want to scale back on going out to eat so much. And hopefully you've gotten those wardrobe essentials that you need to make your whole wardrobe be more functional, I guess you can say, to really utilize every piece of your wardrobe without having to make purchases here and there to add pieces that are missing. But again, that's all in another video, because money might be a little tight for some of us who might be living paycheck to paycheck, or who are not millionaires, or you know, maybe we just didn't budget accordingly within the last 9 months, at which case, you know, gotta have to figure it out sooner or later. So if you're a shopping addict like I am, and maybe a lot of you guys are, so maybe do a lot more window shopping, or maybe online. Like for me, I have a Google attachment, I guess you want to say. I don't know what the hell the term of it is, but I use ShopTagger and I use Honey, which notifies me when the item that I basically tagged goes on sale. Or with Honey, it'll tell me like what coupons or promo codes that I can apply to the website to help get me a better deal, and that way I'm saving money. You know what I mean? So that's just a pro tip. You guys can use it. I'll leave the links down below, obviously, but if you don't want to go out and look for things, but again, really, I think it's just scale back on that type of stuff anyways. But sometimes you just gotta make a purchase, you know what I mean? And we're all guilty of it. All right, we made it to the last one. Hopefully you're still with us, or with me. But the last tip I have for you guys is to buy in bulk. And that means going to Costco, going to Sam's Club, and make purchases there. Or first of all, you gotta have a membership, I guess. But you gotta make purchases there, whether it be diapers, formula, wipes, you got the Diaper Genie, everything you should be buying in bulk. And I say that because you'll probably cry about spending so much money at once, but it's better to cry now and be less stressful and save more time, I guess you can say, so that you're not buying things as you need them from like Target or Walmart. And so you'll save more money buying in bulk. That's the biggest thing for me is, I've been fortunate to have a Costco membership, and I go to Costco for all of Grayson's diapers, all of Grayson's wipes, his formula. It might not be an important one to have, but it's definitely helpful, and I found it helpful for myself, and maybe you will too. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the video anyways, guys. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on social media down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below as well. And we'll see you next time. Take care.